Alright guys, welcome back again to the channel. So still on the preparation for the tomorrow Unity Cup final against Jamaica coming up in the evening. Make sure to catch that one. It's really going to be interesting. But I think everybody is good in camp, in terms of the preparation, in terms of injury worries and things like that. I don't think we have any player who is feared to be out as at this point, except for Ahmed Musa, who I talked about in the previous video. He didn't show up in previous training, so we'll see if he is able to show up in today's training, which is also the last training before they go out to play that game. But aside from the on-pitch camp activity, they've also been a couple of things happening behind the scenes, and these things are really crucial, especially for the Super Eagles, future players who we will be receiving in Super Eagles setup. And what I mean by this is, obviously, because Coach Chelle has now met a couple of youngsters in the UK, youngsters who are really impressing a lot, in their teams, and they look like some of them will be the future for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And talking about these youngsters, we had a 16-year-old Chelsea under-18 striker, Chize Ezenwata. He's also the English Three Lions under-18 striker. He came on into the camp of the Super Eagles to visit them and watch his training, observe things, and then, at the end of the day, Coach Chelle had some conversation with him, gave him a piece of advice and all of that. So this is just one of the guys, that Coach Chelle has met, and the report is that he actually plans to meet a couple of other people as well. And as you know, we have a lot of Nigerians who are living in the UK. We have a lot of Super Eagles eligible youngsters coming up to the ranks who are there in the UK, and this is definitely the best time to start putting words across to these people, start meeting them, using this opportunity to kind of have that first contact with them and pass that message that will really go far as influencing them and helping them make that decision tomorrow when they're when they're in the spotlight properly and are ready to be capped for the national team. And we've spoken about a lot of talented Nigerian youngsters, that we are missing out on. For example, the Arsenal's Awoniyi, who is someone that Coach Chelle really admires. I'm thinking Coach Chelle might seize the opportunity to, maybe try to have a meeting with Awoniyi's representative, or try to, put in some words through anybody that he can relate it with. I mean, the proximity is not that far. Awoniyi, I think he stays within London because he plays for Arsenal, so Arsenal is in London, and then Brentford City is also a London-based club. So it's going to be interesting, and Coach Chelle is doing some really nice work, I must say, trying to pass that orientation onto these youngsters and help prepare their minds for tomorrow, for tomorrow call-ups. But let me leave that just aside and let you guys know of the Super Falcons of Nigeria. They are actually in training, slugging it out, training really hard, preparing themselves ahead of their friendly game against Cameroon. Of course, we talked about it before. The game is on the 31st, the first leg, and then they have a second leg on the 3rd of June. So today is 30th, tomorrow is the day that they play that first leg against Cameroon. So every hand is on deck, and they're really sweating it out for that game. More updates definitely will be coming on this channel about what's happening and the game tomorrow as usual. But aside from that, guys, we also have a very interesting thing that has happened right now. The NFF's president, Mr. Ibrahim Gusso, has really done something very amazing by visiting Taiwo Awoniyi in the Nottingham Forest Training Center, where he met with the Nigerian striker, especially considering what happened recently with the man, how he struggled for his life, and then defeated the injury, came back, strong and agile. That event was something that really shook everybody, shook Nigerians, shook everyone who's connected to Taiwo Awoniyi, his family, Nigerian Football Federation, Super Eagles, we the fans as well, because to be honest, everybody was praying for him to be all right. But it's just so good and refreshing to see that NFF are taking the right steps to actually, really show care and concern about our players, and you know, try to be there for them, especially during the difficult periods, just like Taiwo Awoniyi experienced those. So big kudos to the NFS president for visiting Taiwo Awoniyi in Nottingham Forest. So those are some of the things that have happened, in the last couple of hours. But as I said, the boys returned today in the last training, where they will, be sure to make all of the changes that they need to do, all of the improvements, and work on the areas that they feel that they came up short in the game against Ghana. Because whether you like it or not, tomorrow's game is a game that I'm sure Coach Eric Chelle is going to want to win. He's going to want to play better than he did against Ghana. And, he said that he wasn't really happy that they are not playing to his style. So definitely he's going to want to drill them the more so that they understand the message and what he really wants them to do on the pitch. But it's going to be interesting. We'll see how that turns out tomorrow against Jamaica in the final of the Unity Cup.
Yeah, positive. Of course, I saw what he did at Mali, for example. He had very good period there. Showed a lot of good things. Made the team play very good with a good structure. So yeah, looking forward to what we could do here together. Yeah, obviously at that moment you're disappointed. But if I look at the other strikers that are called up, these are also very good strikers. That's the reality with the Super Eagles. Yeah, of course, as a player, your ambition has to be there every time, and that's what I'm working for, very hard every time. And when I'm here, when I get called up to show that I have a spot in this team. Yeah, of course, first you have to qualify for the World Cup. So we got some big games coming up in the next windows. So I hope to be there. I hope I can help the team there and achieve our dream together. And then obviously it would be a dream to go to the AFCON with Nigeria. That would be one of the last things in my career that I could finish it off. That could be that's one of my last dreams in my career that I have. So that would be really beautiful. Yeah, I think as much as it sometimes was painful at Rangers when you miss out on a big trophy. Yeah, I think overall it's we stayed healthy. We had some good moments, and to be here to end of the season, I think it's a very nice feeling. I think it's one of the best feelings of the season. And of course, I speak a lot with Leon Balogun in the team, of course, but even now we still text. I think he also, yeah, he hoped to be here. We speak about it a lot. I think also he has a spot on this team because the things he showed this season at our club were very good, even on the highest level at Europa League. But maybe in the future. So yeah, I'm very happy for him, and I'm happy for myself as well to be here.
Nigeria against Ghana is always a rivalry. So for us, we took that game as not like friendly, but more like the more serious because we don't want to lose against Ghana. We know the big rivalry against Nigeria and Ghana. So for us, we went to that game to win. The good part was that we took advantage of the first half, scored 2 goals. Though the second half was not what we not the best, but again we held them till they scored the 1-0. But I mean, we're happy that we won the game.
It's an amazing feeling, to play for your motherland. I think that's every pride. That's the pride of every young kid that plays football out there. To be able to represent Nigeria, I think is the best feeling ever. And for me, I think I'm grateful to God for it. For me, I don't think I think about the caps now at the moment. I just think about every moment because I'm a Nigerian and we're here to represent Nigeria. So every time I get the opportunity, it will be something that I will be happy and proud to represent the country. There are a lot of players that kind of play inside the play. They are tough defenders. I think I watch these guys and I'm very proud when I see them. So I think a lot of Taribo's his videos are amazing, and when you watch them, you can see the passion, and that is what drives us, we that are coming. So I think for me, I'm really happy to get to know them and what they have brought to football, not just to football, but to Nigeria as a whole.